I'm not going to get into specifics on the players and where they're getting reps and those type of things. He's working extremely hard, like all those guys are. We're still not yet through the installation schedule. We're still just introducing 2-minute yesterday. We'll introduce some different distances today, situationally. So I wouldn't really think much past that.
Something's not adding up in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders is showing up to Browns training camp 40 minutes early, outworking veterans, and looking sharp against elite defenders. Yet head coach Kevin Stefanski keeps insisting, don't read into it. Really? Because fans are reading into it, reporters are whispering about it, and some insiders are flat out saying what the team won't. Shedeur Sanders is quietly climbing the Browns' depth chart, and they're trying to keep it under wraps. He's already getting snaps against the first-team defense. He's completing throws under pressure, and he's doing it all without the fanfare, without the media machine behind him, and without the coaching staff making any big announcements. So here's the real question. If Shedeur is performing this well behind the scenes, why is the team acting like it's no big deal? Is it strategic silence? Is Stefanski trying to protect the vets? Or is something else going on behind the curtain? Because what we're seeing from Shedeur Sanders right now isn't normal for a rookie. And if the Browns think they can quietly sneak him into the starting conversation without anyone noticing they're in for a surprise, before anyone's even lacing up their cleats, Shedeur Sanders is already on the field, 40 minutes early, every single day. And this isn't just a photo op or some rookie PR move. He's not filming it, he's not hyping it, he's just doing the work consistently, quietly, and with a focus that's starting to get harder and harder to ignore. While other quarterbacks are still jogging onto the field, Shedeur's already gone through warm-ups, mental reps, and often entire walkthroughs with backup receivers or trainers. Coaches might not say it out loud, but they notice that kind of discipline. And it's not just effort, it's results. Observers say Shedeur looks more polished than anyone expected. His footwork is clean, his timing's tight, and he's not rattled, even when he's up against starters like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. That kind of presence doesn't come from hype, it comes from reps. Reps that he's creating for himself before most of the locker room even wakes up. The media might be focused on names like Pickett or Flacco, but insiders are watching Shedeur closely. Because in NFL culture, showing up early isn't just about work ethic, it's about positioning. And right now, Shedeur is positioning himself as a serious threat to that QB room. But hard work alone doesn't earn you reps against the starting defense. Unless the coaching staff sees something and doesn't want to say it just yet. By day 7 of training camp, the signs were no longer subtle. Shedeur Sanders wasn't just warming up early or running scout team drills. He was repping with the second team offense against the Browns' first team defense. Let that sink in. That's not a casual drill, that's a test. You don't throw a rookie into live reps against Pro Bowlers unless you're trying to see what he's really made of. And he delivered. Reports say Shedeur completed 2 of 3 passes during that session. The only incompletion? A well-defended pass breakup, not a misfire, not a mental error. And the throws he did make? Clean, quick reads, slants, outs, first downs, no panic, no hesitation. For a guy who's only been in the building a week, that kind of poise should have made headlines. Instead, the head coach downplayed it completely. Stefanski told reporters, "We're still installing plays. I wouldn't read into it." Really? Because giving a rookie QB second team reps against your elite defense isn't nothing. It's not normal. And fans who've watched the NFL long enough know exactly what this looks like. It's a quiet competition. No official announcement, no depth chart change. But the battle is happening in practice, in film sessions, and in Shedeur's steady climb into the conversation. This isn't a fluke. This is a door cracking open.
Getting the reps in practice. So what really is happening is he's going to have to be like spectacular in the preseason games.
I agree.
Head coach Kevin Stefanski has a favorite phrase when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. Don't read into it. He's used it more than once. Each time, Shedeur takes a bigger step. When asked why the rookie was suddenly going up against first-team defenders, Stefanski brushed it off with a familiar deflection. "We're not through the installation schedule. We just introduced 2-minute yesterday. I wouldn't really think much past that." That sounds like a coach trying to stay neutral. But here's the thing, nobody's buying it. Because Shadur isn't just being tossed into random drills. He's being given key developmental reps, including 2-minute situations, and asked to execute against starters. Those aren't just install moments, that's a trust test. And the weird part? Stefanski's downplaying isn't just cautious, it's calculated. He knows what happens the moment the media starts asking if Shedeur should be Cubone. Headlines explode, pressure builds, the locker room buzzes. It's not just about performance anymore, it becomes politics. So instead, Stefanski plays it cool, keeps things vague, says he's working hard like all the guys. But when a coach avoids specifics this aggressively, it's usually not because nothing's happening. It's because something big is brewing and they don't want to talk about it yet. That silence speaks louder than praise. 5.0. At some point, it stops being hype and starts becoming a problem for the veterans. Because while the Browns keep their public messaging calm and measured, the whispers inside the facility are getting louder. And here's what they're saying. Shedeur Sanders is outperforming Kenny Pickett. He's outperforming Joe Flacco, and he's reportedly outplaying Dylan Gabriel as well. That's not fan fiction. That's coming from practice insiders, beat writers, and even some teammates off the record. And if that wasn't enough, he's doing it all, not even at full strength. That's right, according to team sources, Shadur isn't 100% healthy right now. So imagine what happens when he is. The throws are sharper, the decisions quicker, the mistakes minimal. Every rep he takes, the separation becomes clearer, not just in talent, but in mindset. Kenny Pickett might have more NFL experience, Joe Flacco might have the resume. But Shadur, he's playing like a guy with nothing to lose and everything to prove. And it's not just talent, it's presence. He looks comfortable, calm, in command. And that's starting to rattle the depth chart in ways the Browns never intended this early. They can try to keep the spotlight off of him, but when a rookie's playing like the best quarterback on the field, you can only hide it for so long. Let's be real. Replacing a veteran quarterback is never just a football decision. It's a locker room decision, a media decision, a franchise-wide decision. And when the rookie quarterback happens to be Shedeur Sanders, the stakes get even higher. Because Shadur doesn't just come with talent, he comes with attention. He's the son of Deion Sanders. He's a viral name. He brings headlines, cameras, controversy, and expectations. The moment you move him up the depth chart, the narrative shifts. It's no longer about competition, it becomes a statement. And the Browns know it. That's why Kevin Stefanski keeps dodging questions. That's why they're giving Shadur reps, but no recognition. Because the moment they officially elevate him even to QB2, the noise gets deafening. Will it upset the locker room? How will Flacco respond? Will the media start demanding a quarterback change before week 1? And worst of all, what if Shadur actually wins the job? Now you're dealing with a full-blown quarterback controversy. Headlines questioning leadership, fans divided. Sports shows debating whether a rookie has taken over the team. So instead of dealing with the fallout, the Browns are slow playing it, letting Shadur earn everything but keeping it quiet, letting his performance speak for itself while the front office stays silent. But here's the truth. You can only downplay a rising star for so long before the spotlight finds him anyway. Forget the quotes, forget the speculation, just watch the tape. Because the moment you break down Shedeur Sanders' practice reps, the truth becomes impossible to ignore. He's not just hanging in there with NFL defenders, he's executing like a seasoned starter. Quick slant to move the chains. Out route on time, in rhythm, threading tight passes to tight ends in motion. And doing it all without panic, even with Myles Garrett lined up across from him. This isn't raw talent. This is refined game management. He's processing defenses, making smart reads, and protecting the football, something even veteran QBs struggle with under pressure. And there's a reason it looks familiar. At Colorado, Shadur ran a pro-style offense under Pat Shurmur, who just so happens to be a longtime friend of Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. That means Shadur isn't just learning the system, he already knows it. The footwork, the terminology, the formations, none of this is new. And it shows he's not just reacting, he's controlling the tempo. That kind of seamless transition from college to pro doesn't happen by accident. It happens when a player is already ahead of schedule and the coaching staff knows it. So while Stefanski downplays his progress in interviews, the film tells a different story. A story where a rookie quarterback is not only competing, he's already closing the gap. Talent gets you noticed. Work ethic earns you reps. But in the NFL, it's mindset that separates the real ones from the rest. And Shedeur Sanders, he's already operating like a pro off the field as much as on it. He's not chasing headline. He's not clapping back at critics. He's not demanding anything. Instead, he shows up early. He studies, he stacks good days, and when the media ignores his progress or coaches downplay his success, he keeps moving unbothered. That kind of focus doesn't come easy, especially for a rookie with his last name. The cameras follow him. The expectations are massive, and still he stays locked in. No distractions, no entitlement, no ego. And that's what's really making people inside the building pay attention. Because when you've got the skill, the work ethic, and the emotional control to handle all the noise, you become dangerous. Veterans start looking over their shoulders. Coaches start rethinking the depth chart. Fans start asking questions the front office isn't ready to answer. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Shedeur Sanders isn't just winning rep. He's winning respect quietly, methodically, and without ever having to say a word.